Kerry Marsh for Imagination Workshop. We are with Arnold Bonilla. Let me get that right. I'll start again.
I'll help you with that one.
Okay.
Hi. How are you, Kerry?
Good, Arnold. How are you, man? Are you eating food? Like, what sort of interview is this?
How are you?
No drinks, but you're just filling it. What is that? What is that?
This is guava paste. This is sweet. You understand?
No. It looks like jelly.
It's really good.
Yeah. Is this like a?
It's guava. You know guava, the fruit?
But why are you eating it? What's with that? Is it something from? So you're from Colombia, yeah?
This is in Colombia. This is something that we call bocadillo, and this is made out of guava paste. It tastes very similar to queen's paste. To put it in context with you.
So you put it in desserts, or you put it
with cheese?
Huh?
With cheese.
Cheese. Ah, okay.
Sweet and cheese, you know.
Because that's in those little round baked. The name will come to me any second. While you've got your mouth full, I'll ask all these questions.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cheese ball. I can't think of what it's called. What's it called?
Pan de bono.
Pan de bono.
Pan de bono.
Pan de bono.
Yeah.
How do you say vanilla in Spanish?
Yeah, that was the original question, right? Bonilla.
Bonilla.
Bonilla. Like, yeah, bonilla. But no one has got it, and everyone has to say bonilla. And I go with it.
I like it. It's like vanilla. It's kind of rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
So why did you come to Australia? Here's my lifelong question: Is Arnold just turns up? He's known as the kind of the fun-loving, crazy guy on a push bike, musician, community leader. Like he's your guy for everything. But why Australia? Why did you come here? What's your story?
Right. The original story.
The real story. Yeah.
The real story. That's true. Okay. So the true story is, I wanted to migrate to any country that could give me kind of good opportunities to engage socially, to just work in my profession, in my career. And I was thinking originally going to Canada because security system, kind of social wise and in many elements is very similar to Australia. It's kind of
but it has snow.
Very equal kind of society. But Karen went like, it's got snow. So she went like, fuck no, we're not going there.
So let's just place Karen in this conversation. Karen is your partner?
Karen is my wife.
Oh, she's your wife? Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Originally from
Colombia.
So you both immigrated?
We both wanted to.
And who won the fight? Obviously, she won the fight about coming to Australia.
She was like, no, we're not going to Canada, we're going to Australia. I was like, what was that? Had no idea. The only things I knew about Australia was Melbourne, was a city where they love coffee, and Sydney is where the fireworks happen on like.
So did you know anyone here in Australia prior to coming? No. So no band people, no Brazilian communities, no Colombian communities.
No one. But the first thing I did when I got the permanent resident visa back in Colombia, the first thing I did is I just Googled samba bands in Adelaide, and I contacted a samba band from Adelaide because I knew I was coming to this city. I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna be living in there in 7 months. I'm looking forward to meet you and start playing with you at some point. That person who was replying emails from that samba band said like, ooh, we're dying. This samba band is not going.
Let's not use the word dying. It's it's
no.
not expanding.
No. Actually dying.
Yeah.
It was not dying. It was just ceasing to exist.
Yes.
It was a band called Samba C, and it was just from before I arrived here. So they were dissolving, and then they created SaSamba after that. So they say like, we're not rehearsing anymore. Go and chat to these guys. They're starting and they're gonna be like awesome. And I went like, okay, cool, thank you. And I started talking with the Samba people. And the first week I got to Australia, I went to rehearsal with them. I didn't have a job. I didn't even have a place to stay, like a permanent place to stay or anything like that. No friends.
Did you have a tambourine or something you could play?
I got my tambourine. I was like, hey, how are you? I'm the one who texted you 7 months ago. That's me. And I just went. And that became home. And not only home, that became part of my community, my life, and my family, good number of friends.
So is that your experience from where you were living before? Were you in a Samba community before?
It is.
I know I remember seeing your movie when I first met you, the Samba Journey, which covered, I assume, that story or your friend's story? Like
essentially my story, or the story of anyone who the story of anyone who played in that Samba band. And it's essentially being part of a community with someone who was amazing and lovely, like a lovely guy who just brought music to everyone. He taught it to everyone for free. We joined that family, and that's how we fell in love with this music. And I kind of wanted to keep doing that, and I felt that I could when I came to SaSamba, and I found exactly the same community. I mean, regardless of the language and regardless of many things, it's just the same kind of vibrating kind of community. That's what I found.
So the passionate is the I was trying to get my head around exactly how this works, because I know with samba bands it's not generally a written down thing.
Yeah.
It's not like here's the notes, you play them. It's more of a feel and how would you explain it? It's more like a learning, a togetherness of learning.
Yeah, for me it's the most democratic type of music that you can ever imagine. It's because there's no solo, no one is taking like a moment to shine.
So Andy Stapleton take a few solos.
Well, he does it because
Takes
he's a director, but as a community, you shine as a group, you shine as a community. That the director tells you when to just go, when to stop, and he has to just lead in some way. So that's something that has to happen. But it's not for the sake of, oh, Bill, look, I'm the star. It's just, we're in this together. Follow this energy that I'm bringing up here, and then the whole band just goes out there, and it's that. No one needs musical background. No one needs musical experience, and everyone can do amazing music. The only thing I could recommend, just a little bit of practice.
Yeah.
Coming to practice is important, but even if you can make it every week, it's okay. I mean, just come whenever you can. It is an open community, and again, you know what's the similarity between Samba and my band in Colombia? How eclectic the group is. So we didn't have like musicians coming to rehearsal. In Colombia we had like a bus driver, chef, an accountant, you know, many different positions. And here you've got same like engineers, social worker, nurses. We got
a chef.
Kerry. We got a chef. We got this PR guy.
A couple of
nurses, doctors,
male nurses.
Yeah, we got retired people. So it's we got a 16-year-old.
What I like about it
just
is
everything.
It's accessible. So that conversation of I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what this instrument does, and I don't know how to hit it doesn't matter. It's like you can learn what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and at least you have the support of other people doing their bit to combine it to make something amazing.
And I'm really happy that you were saying that message in the way you were saying it, because he plays in the band as well.
And he has no idea what he's doing, and he has never picked up an instrument in his life.
Kerry just came 3 years ago, and he stayed because you get that. You know,
I don't have to know anything. I just hit my thing.
You just go with it. It's fascinating. Please come. It's
so
open to anyone.
So you've been here like 4 years.
Five.
Okay.
Citizen this year.
Woo! Like
yeah.
What does that mean? What do you get for that? Do you get a prize?
I get an Australian passport, and that's it.
Cool.
And so I have the right to vote in
Means
Australia.
you can jump queues though, going back.
Yeah.
Because like Australian passports. So
Yeah. Electronic kind of like.
You're not a drug smuggler anymore. You're not the Colombian cartel.
No, it is a thing. But yeah, that's. Yeah.
So you'd have any regrets not going to Canada, or?
No way, man. This is home.
This is where it's at.
This
Because
is
now
home.
you've got a massive community here that you built or helped build. With the Kakatuas have also come on stream where you picked up all the other states to try and build a bigger version of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got its own life. Tell me about that. I mean, that's a pretty big project.
That was a crazy project that a friend from Sydney now is in Canada.
Right.
Yeah. So Petio had this amazing idea, and he told me like, let's do something where we can congregate people from different bands in Australia to play in one massive band. I was like, what the hell? This is gonna be crazy. Rob came on board. He was like, yes, I'm gonna help just directing the tambourine section. I'm gonna help with the musical part. Petio went into organizations and stuff, and I was like,
so that's
okay,
Sydney, Melbourne,
let's do it. And Adelaide. I went like, let's do it. So we organized the first Unidos de Cacatua performance here in Adelaide in a Samba social club street party that we did. There were more than 40 drummers from different bands. No one knew what the project was, but still people believed in it. We came from 3 weeks ago, we went to Sydney, and that project it's been the first anniversary of that first day, and we did it. We play with more than 81 drummers that night. So it was just
Huge.
in 1 year. It escalated like exponentially, like by 100%. So it's great. It's the community is responding, and this is something that we are part of. No one is the leader. We all are just part of. It's just.
And is that similar how it works in something like Carnival? Like it's big numbers, big batteries. Is that the thing? Is that the direction they want to go?
That's the direction. I mean, look, in Brazil, people, the Samba school parades with at least 300 drummers, up to 350. Imagine the sound of that. I mean, 40, it's big. 81 is massive, but this is just a momentum that you can
And
describe.
how do they manage that? They obviously have people throughout the group to pass on the messages. Is that how they
So
work?
they split the band in one big kind of road in between all the drummers, and then in between you get other directors that are passing on the message from the mestre.
And is there a lag in that?
So the mestre says like, we're gonna do this signal or whatever, and then the others start doing the same, and then 1, 2, everyone counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and everyone goes like if they were just one drum. It's just like poof, poof. Man, it's amazing.
Have you been to Carnival?
Yeah.
Yeah, and is that something you would tell people to go and see, or is it like
100% go?
Because it goes for like days, doesn't it? And 24 hours a day, and it's like just
the parades start. If you go to the Sambódromo when they're doing those parades start around 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and they finish by 6 p.m., 6 a.m. in the morning. So they go all night. Each Samba school has 1 hour to go, and they at least like at least 6 to 7 Samba school per night. How they go.
And how many days does it go for?
5 days, and then it's divided into the kind of a section, like a second division and first division. It's like
but how do they? So they're obviously judging them as they come through. What is the criteria for that? Is it the whole thing?
It's incredible. It's hard to understand as well. They judge you for the costumes. They judge you for the song. They judge you for the band. They judge you for how fast or how slow you went into the parade. They judged all of the what do you call the cars that go?
The floats?
The floats, and how the design of that, and how's the flow of the parade. There's so many categories. So the band is just one category of at least 10 or something like that. 10 might be
so
lying.
that's why you need like a whole community, like a whole town to like take on the
You get
thing.
up to 1,500 people in one school parading, doing from holding the cables on the cords to music like direction, or the dancers, or there's so many, I think like 2,000 people involved into
So it must be like a whole year of just planning to even get there.
Man, that's what I want. That's what I want to get. I like to get, my dream for Adelaide, getting a warehouse where I can just have all the drums, and we invite dancing schools to be there. This is going to be our space, and that's where Samba will happen. And we can invite people from everywhere. Just, I'm shooting really high.
But you made a good start, because the last 2 years you've been a regular on the Adelaide Christmas float. I mean, that's a good start. That's the biggest thing we're closest to it.
It is a tradition in Adelaide. It's not necessarily a Samba scene.
100,000 people watching it just go on the street.
But yeah, it's cool. It's fun. I enjoyed it.
And obviously something that you brought up there was the very first street party, which was the one in Liza Street, which was massive. So that had a dance competition, it had all like bands playing. It was a really cool setup, and that's obviously grown over time. And there's also the Samba Social Club that runs alongside that, which is a smaller version of that, like every quarter, every month.
Every 3 months.
So the next one of those is when?
Oh right, yes. So the next one is on the 3rd of May.
3rd of May 2019.
Yeah, I mean,
in case this is
I don't know when this is going to be out. Hopefully before the 3rd of May, please.
It will be, yes.
So on the 3rd of May at the Jade, the Jade.
The Jade, which is in Pulteney Street and something else, is that right?
Oh my God, I should know this because I'm the organizer of the event. It's 142, I think it's Flinders Street.
It could be. We'll check that up. Look through the comments of this video.
Look here. It's going to be here.
It'll be in the events. But it's a 7:30 start?
7:30 start. We have confirmed SaSamba is gonna play with at least 30 drummers.
Yeah.
Have confirmed to play that night. Our sister band from Adelaide as well, Samba. They're really lovely people and really talented. They're gonna be playing as well that night. And then at the end, to wrap up the scene, we're gonna play like the two bands playing together as a big thing. Yeah.
So everyone's invited. It's just
100% invited. And the thing is, something that we do in these events, the Samba Social Club, is not about anyone making money. This is non-for-profit.
Yeah.
This is just for the community. Instead of that, so people can come for free and feel generous, because every time that we do this party, we invite a charity organization to raise money for the causes that they've got. We have supported many organizations, and in the course of the last 2 years, we have helped people fundraise more than $5,000.
Yeah, wow.
And so every time we have a different organization. If you've got any organization that would like to be part of this, just let us know. For this time, it's going to be a really nice one. Everyone loves kittens, and it's called Perfect Pause. Perfect Pause, or something like that. So,
Perfect pause.
Right, man. So is that it?
Where did we get to with the interview? Just quietly, I'm back with Arnold Bonilla, who has been talking to us about his Samba journey. He's been talking about us coming to Australia. Well, he and his lovely wife coming to Australia.
Yeah.
What have we missed, Arnold? Tell me about you. What are you doing? You're working now in community services?
Yes. I am. My profession, my career is a social worker. That's what I do. At the moment, I'm working with mental health in an organization in the city. I don't want to say the name. It's not.
You don't have to. It doesn't matter. We just want to know what you do.
Yeah,
and that's stuff. He does stuff.
That's what I do when I'm not doing drumming. I'm trying to help and support people with that.
So it all kind of fits in this whole Samba journey, community.
Man, I think
what a guy! Like,
I think
rides a bike, plays drums, helps people out.
Yeah, right.
What a
bike.
catch,
That's
right?
good. That's good. Yeah, lucky Karen.
Karen, woo!
Yeah. No, I mean, I think everything just came to place to me in a really nice way.
Were you doing social work in Colombia before?
Yeah,
okay, so
I've been doing that for more than 12 years now. So it's 12 years of experience up my sleeve. So if you wanna get me working with you, just give me a call. No, I'm not looking for a job. That's not.
So, but why that? What's your thing with doing community service? What's your jam there? Because you're a big personality. So do you ever kind of crash and need help yourself? Like,
Man, everyone does.
Yeah.
And I think my therapy is Samba.
Yeah.
So, look, coming from Colombia, there's a lot of needs, there's a lot of poverty, there's a lot of issues that need to be solved, and I had a drive to start just getting involved into that, and that's why essentially I did social work. Unfortunately, man, this career has opportunities everywhere because poverty, inequity, and many issues happen around the world. So I came here and I also had the opportunity to keep supporting and providing help to people. So I was lucky enough to be able to do it, but at the same time it's like bittersweet because it shouldn't be, but yeah.
Is that career though? Is that something you just plan to continue on, or is there a different journey for Arnold? That's there's a path you want to go down that you would like to combine all those things. I don't know what that path is.
Man, I don't know, but I'd like to start. That's something that always comes to my mind into how to combine this career and this passion into something. Who knows? Who knows what the future is going to bring? Maybe an organization where we can support people through drumming or whatever.
Your big warehouse you've got that you're going to build with all the drums and stuff in there. The Samba Central, Arnold's.
Let's see. It's gonna be huge, but I don't think it's gonna be.
Maybe not next week, but you got to keep positive, and because things turn up, people have space, and they go, that we're not using this space. Can we?
You know what is the important thing, Kerry, is being consistent in the work that you do. It's not like trying one shot and you're like, oh no, it didn't work. No, man, it's not gonna work the first 5 years. It's not gonna work. But if this is what you love, just keep doing it. And I think for me, the important thing is I'm not doing it because I need money. I need this as a business. I'm doing it as a passion, and that's why I just haven't stopped in 10 years. Just playing the same music and doing the same things. So yeah, that's.
So don't go changing just yet. So, but back in Colombia, they were obviously always having political infighting, outfighting, and like that's a hotbed of craziness there.
That's where family is as well. So it's hard. It's a tough situation, but there's also a lot of opportunities for people as well to do things like this. Like Samba, in the way how I learned it, was in Colombia. Considering the issues, situations, inequity, poverty, whatever you can imagine, there are sparks of life that give joy to the community.
There's a quite a famous, I think it's an Instagram, not even, it's like a YouTube video with young kids playing, and they're playing on upturned pots and stuff like that.
That's in Brazil. Yeah.
Like it's such a cool message of, you know, it doesn't matter how low down the food chain you are, everything works.
Yeah, man.
You can find your way through it.
Yeah.
You know, I do like 50 cents for everyone that put a hit on that page, because it was such a great video.
Yeah, I've seen those. And there's so many initiatives happening everywhere, and we just need to get involved. And even just saying like to the video, that sends a message to that community, saying like, oh, there's people around the world that is liking this. I mean, I know that's not going to change the world, and this is going to be a really superficial kind of conversation if I say that, but at least just we
I think they appeared on a daytime show in the US after that. I think
I have no idea.
Yeah, they definitely got some other opportunities that they may not have got had that video not.
And they're going to be amazing musicians, and now they're there, and now someone is going to just help them support. I assume that they're going to continue that career. I hope. Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. Yeah.
That's life, and that's hard. Is to also focus on what you're doing as opposed to getting stuck into other people's lives and taking on their journey, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like everyone has their moment, but it's sometimes nice to help people along and help them find direction.
Yeah.
And maybe that's kind of your thing is.
And the thing is, you're never putting pressure on anyone. And I think it's the same kind of principle when you're supporting someone professionally, or when you're helping someone in Samba, is that you're not impose things to people. You suggest opportunities, and if they take it, they will do it, and they will pursue on those changes, on those stuff. Same with Samba. The way how I got invited into Samba was like this rehearsal. I was like, oh, what is that? Samba. Can I come? I was like, come whenever you want. They say to me, come whenever you want. That's okay. If someone would have told me like, come, you should come, I probably wouldn't have gone, because they just planted the seed and left, and I was like, that mofo thing, like, no, FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yes.
I was like, I want that. And once I went there, boom, it's that. So it's not pressure, and the same is that we do with SaSamba. It's like no pressure. Just
I think it's being part of the energy that quite often you see, and I know that we did the thing on the weekend, there was kind of no one there. Once the music started and the rhythms were happening, the band was happily playing by themselves, and next minute people were kind of like, what's that? And then they were bringing their energy in all the time.
Oh, it's
and all
a
of a
crazy
sudden
gig.
it was a bunch of people, and you go like, where did they all come from? And why did they decide this was something they needed to go and see?
That was a crazy gig. It was a gig, they were packing up. They were packing up in this fundraising event that we went to play. They were packing up. And we were just us and 3 volunteers, and then all of a sudden there's an audience of at least 30 people just seeing the show. I was like, wow! And we looked like we were having fun, because we were.
It was an interesting experience from even that journey that you relate to about social work, in that people need to be led, not so much led, but shown an option.
Yeah.
And then you created that option, say, well, we're going to be playing here whether you like it or not. If you want to be part of this, then
you're welcome.
If not, we're going to have a good time without you or not. So
and people come. And there's a challenge for anyone who listens, any Samba band, like a live Samba band. The challenge is to not move while they're playing. It's impossible. People will have to, even if you don't have rhythm or whatever you say, you end up tapping or doing something, because it's just so moving. It gets you like boom, boom. It's so cool.
What's your favorite instrument?
My favorite instrument is a tambourine, the tiny one with the stick.
Okay, why's that?
Because it's very traditional. It's for me, it's one of the most traditional instruments in the Samba school. 100% Brazilian, and it's super difficult to play. So I like the challenge. Yeah, that's why.
Or because you can carry it and not have to lug around a whole bunch of stuff. You can
That's it. I mean, zurdo is amazing.
Yeah.
It's the massive drum that I don't like carrying anywhere.
Get that to the guys.
Yeah, to the big ones.
Repinik, something like that. Like that's a bit showy, but
No, Repinik is good. Repinik, I love it. I have the opportunity to now learn all of the instruments in the bateria, and I really love playing Repinik because it gives a groove. I think what I
when we talk about a Repinik, we talk about something that looks like this.
yeah.
Anything special you would mention about said instrument?
This is the lead instrument. Is a really high pitched one, and it carries the groove. And if we were to talk about all of the instruments in the bateria, I mean, I just said that tambourine is my favorite, but it's not the most important because there's no solo. All of them are 100% important. So the caixa, which is the snare, but like upside down in a really different design, but guys, to get it easy, they carry the groove of the music. The zurdo, the big drums, they're like the bass, boom, 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 boom. They're like carrying the heartbeat on it. The Repinik is just filling in that flavor that it needs in connection with the snares, and it fills all the gaps. Same as the chocalho, just adding a little bit of shininess onto the rhythm, and then you get the tambourine, which is a little bit of melodic kind of instrument that goes sharp notes in between all of these. They go like da 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 da. So that's the thing, and then you get the agogo bell, which is just an extra level of like
on the weekend when they were playing house. And David was banging around that thing, and it was just cutting through, and it was just really nice, almost like cowbelly, but it was like, this is, I love it now, whatever that was, it was
it's so smooth.
And you can't, and I know exactly what you're saying by trying to pick out, you pick out different instruments during the performance, but at some point you hear something and go like, wow, that's really, like it fits.
All of it.
Yeah, it
all
fits
of it.
so well.
So that's what I was saying just before about not the solo thing.
You didn't say something before.
I didn't say that
no.
the solo. No. But I mean, about no one does it solo. No one carries like and shines on its own.
Not the lead singer. There's not the.
No. There's no Slash doing solo in the guitar and stuff like that.
There's no top hats in.
No. And you're allowed to have the curly hair. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no one does this solo. No one does.
Got anyone with curly hair? No.
Karen.
Half. Yeah. I don't think guys. I think they're all bald and old, like Andy.
Yeah, that's true. We're the hairiest men in SaSamba. But yeah, we shine as a band. That's what I love about this.
Are there any instruments that we don't have here that we should, or do you think that is?
I think we've got.
Staple?
I think we have the all the traditional instruments in the bateria in the Samba school. There is another beautiful instrument that is called cuica. That is super difficult to play. It's really difficult to play, and unless you have plenty of those, you won't be able to listen to it in the bateria.
Or if you turn a mic or something, it'd be kind of
Yeah.
So cuica is a little bit like a Repinik with a guitar string in it.
No. It's got a stick, so it's just like this, but it doesn't have the under skin. And instead of that, there's a stick that is tied inside from the skin, and you pull it, and you push and pull.
But is it a metal string? Like it feels like a guitar string?
No. It's a stick. It's a stick, like a wooden stick.
Okay.
You just push it and pull it like this. Yeah, and that's that sound. We don't have it because no one knows how to play it. It's really difficult to play it, and unless you have plenty, it would be difficult to play to hear.
And are they flimsy? Did someone say to me that they break a lot or something?
The stick comes out like really easily if you're not careful, or if
But it is a very distinct kind of samba kind of.
It is a beautiful one. So we would like to just invite everybody just to SaSamba as well. We practice every Thursdays, 7 to 9 p.m. It's absolutely open, and anyone can come anytime. So
you also don't need to have any musical background. Would be able to count or have a rhythm help you at all?
Being able to walk is enough.
Walk.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can step and step.
Not even that. I mean, that's so terrible what I just said. if you just are able to smile, you can just come. You can be.
But you also do offer 8-week
Yeah.
workshops, yeah? 8-week workshops for total beginners.
We do workshops. So for the workshops, we did run one workshop from January to April, and that was really well. We got like 12 new people who joined the band. We're gonna start another run of workshops in June, July.
Yep.
So it's gonna go for at least 10 weeks. So just to teach you the basics, and once you finish those 10 weeks, you're just ready to come and play with the band and gigs and stuff. So, yeah.
So it just makes it a little bit easier to, not as confronting.
Yeah, the transition, because we learned by our own mistakes. We were inviting people like, come and play, and there were people who were rocking up, and we were just like the full band, just playing the best that we could, like.
And here's 15 breaks.
Yeah, and then the signs and everything, and then they were like, "What?
It's a bit overwhelming.
This is just not too much." But now we're doing basic workshops so people understand what this means and what this means, and all of the signs that we do with our hands just to lead the band. And then after 10 weeks of people getting familiar to that and the rhythms and playing and that, we can throw them to the band and they can survive like easily.
So if you want to join SaSamba or at least find out about the Samba community in Adelaide, easiest place to go is online.
Yep, SaSamba on Facebook.
SaSamba on Facebook. There's also a web page.
Yep,
and
SaSamba.
also we do whatever Instagram posts that may or may not be happening behind the scenes.
SaSamba band on Instagram.
SaSamba. Oh, look, it's even on here. Why don't we show the people? YouTube. Do we have YouTube?
No.
But Facebook,
Instagram, and the web.
the web.
The
Beautiful.
interweb.
Arnold, it has been a pleasure to have you on our chairs. Well, actually, they're his chairs, but it's been fun. Again, I thank you for everything.
Man, thank
Hopefully
you
this
very
video will be out. We'll put it somewhere. We may even put it on the SaSamba page. Maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah.
Thanks
Guys,
for having us.
Thank you very much. Bye.